So today we're going to be showing how to declare variables and do something with the variable. So first we're just going to need to go ahead and make a new file. So I'll call it type.f90. All right, let's go ahead and again, we got to name the program. We'll call it my type. And then we're going to bracket it off here with end program. All right, so first we're going to declare something called implicit. We're going to write down something called implicit none. So in the background, Fortran will already have some variables assigned, but we don't want to do that. We want to be explicit with how we declare everything. So then we'll start just with a real. So a real is going to be a number with a decimal point, and we'll call it x. So that tells the program what x is going to be. Or what type x is, but then we have to actually set x, and I'll just set it equal to 1.0. Okay, and then now we'll go ahead and do something with the x and print it out. So first so we've written it down, we have to compile it again. Okay, type. Okay, so now we have our executable. We'll go and execute it. There you go, 1.0. So that's just one of the built-in types is a real, but let's go ahead and look at some of the other ones. So if we open back up the file, so now we'll do just some of the other ones. Integer, call it y. We have a let's see what's next. So a good resource that I'm using here is this Fortran book on Wikipedia that I'm working through. But if we go to, let's see here, if we go to data types, we can scroll down and see. So just did a real, but now we can do an integer. We just did that one. We can do a logical, so that's a true or false value. Then we have a complex. So this is an imaginary number where you have a real component and a complex component. And then finally, we have a character, right, or a string. Okay. So we've declared all of these, what they're going to be. Now we have to set them. So y, I'll set it to be 1. Z, I'll set it to be .true. So the true-false statements have this dot before and after. Complex, we set the real value and the imaginary value in kind of this parentheses, this sort of tuple structure. So the first one is the real number and the second one is the imaginary value. And finally, B is going to be a string. So now we'll go ahead and go through and print all of these. And we'll see what happens here. All right, so first we'll compile. Print it out. So 1.0 is what we expect. 1 is what we expect. We have our true-false value here, T. And then we have our 1 minus 1 for a complex. Now, H here has only printed one letter of the whole word. So if we go back into it, these characters are not, the characters can also accept arguments to modify more details. Now, in a future video, I'll go over the other ones, but I just want to show here, we can give it a length. So if we set the length equal to 2 now, do everything exactly the same. We now see that it kept 2 of the letters. So again, this is kind of something different with Fortran as compared to Python, is that you need to be more more detailed in defining your variables and allocating the data of the variables. And we'll go into more and more detail in the future. So let's go ahead and open it back up. And let's see how many characters in Hello World. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11. We'll give it length 11. Compile. Execute it. And there you go. Now, the last thing I'll go ahead and add into this video is just real quickly, it's very important to comment code. So to basically, you can leave comments. They're just text that the code doesn't read, and it's for you to go back and see what you were doing in the code and for someone else to come and look at the code. So to do that in Fortran, we're just going to leave a exclamation mark right here. So and again, this doesn't change what the code's going to do, as we'll see in just a second. But it's there to let the user know, or let you come back and look at your code and see what's going on. So we'll go ahead and compile this one last time. Go ahead and execute it. And there you go. See, nothing changed. It's just to better understand. So that's all we're going to cover today. Next time, I'll go over in more detail of the different arguments that you can pass to the variable types. And then I'll also go ahead and go into formatted printing, because that's going to be important for getting data out of your simulations of your code in the future. Okay, thanks.